Hi everybody, welcome to Aderans UK Live. Thank you for joining me on a very chilly autumn night, I think it is. The weather's suddenly turned into autumn, which for tonight's conversation we're having with you, I'm going to be introducing you to Christine Headwear and to the autumn and winter collection from Christine Headwear. The company do two different collections a year. For those of you who are quite familiar with Christine Headwear, we do a spring and summer collection and then the autumn and winter collection. And I think we've timed it quite right this month to actually start talking about different types of headwear that you might actually want to start wearing moving towards those chillier and slightly colder months. Before I continue, we were having a few little tech issues before we came live tonight. If any of you can't hear me or if it begins to get very slow, please just let me know and we can actually see what we can do with it. We do have a video that we're going to play a little bit later on in the segment, and if our tech issues come on a lot quicker, and hopefully they won't actually happen because I think we've fixed it now, we'll be able to actually just put the video on for you. Tonight I've got Mitch with me, who's behind the scenes. He's one of our marketing and IT guys in the actual company, and he's helping out on all the IT for me this evening. Bradley has disappeared for the night. He had a function that he had to attend, so he's not actually with me tonight, but we do have a new segment in the show which we'll play a little bit later called Challenge Bradley. And I'd invite all of you to actually send in different challenges that you'd like Bradley to do or even myself to do over the coming weeks. And it's something that we'll hopefully be able to film a lot more of them of. You'll see it later. It was actually quite amusing to actually film and to actually make. So yeah, get your thinking caps on and start thinking about Challenge Bradley. And we can do more of these over the coming weeks and months as well. So again, I'm reintroduce myself. Thank you for anybody just joining us. It's Aderans UK Live, and you're with Jane Kelly this evening. And we're going to be looking at Christine Headwear. Christine Headwear is a company that was actually founded in Norway, and they were founded in 2003, and their business is all to do with headwear, and what they really wanted to do was to actually provide alternative, feminine, fashionable, contemporary and versatile headwear, both for ladies, men and also for children, and headwear for both the day and for the actual night time as well. And those of you who have lost your hair through chemotherapy, maybe alopecia, you soon realize how much heat you actually lose through your actual heads. So it's really important to try to actually keep your body regulated, your temperature regulated as well, so you don't get too cold or too hot. And Christine Headwear have some of the most amazing solutions for us. I think, and we've looked at lots of different companies worldwide and throughout the UK for looking at headwear. And I must say the fabrics, the prints that they actually use are always really beautiful. They take a lot of time to actually think about their collections as well. Something that makes their collections really, really unique as well are the actual fibers that the materials are made from. So they use a lot of aloe vera, a lot of bamboo, a lot of milk fibers as well. And by using all these different fibers, it actually helps to actually condition your scalp and keep it very soft and supple feeling. So they are really absolutely beautiful to actually wear for those of you who haven't actually worn any of the Christine Headwear yet. I think sometimes when you're wearing a wig all day, maybe 8 hours a day, you know, going about your daily life, going to work, you might get to the end of the day, you come home from work and you actually think, God, you just want to take your hair off and you want to get comfortable, but you still want to look feminine and you still want to look pretty. And if somebody knocks on the door, takes you by surprise, you can open the door with that confidence that you actually want. And again, Christine Headwear can actually do that for you. So we're going to look at the new collection. This is their new brochure. Fantastic photography in their brochure for this autumn and winter season. And it shows off some of the different headwear absolutely beautifully with all the different winter and autumn colours that you can actually wear. So I just wanted to take you through some of them so you can see what they would actually be like. Behind me, you can see I've got some of the actual turbans and hats out. We've got a hat at the very back, and the hat is actually called the Pandora boho cap, and it's beautiful. I'll just take that off so you can see it. It's got a really nice shape to it. It's really quite deep in the actual cap, so you can wear that over your wig. But if you wanted to wear it without your wig underneath it, you're going to be able to as well. And it's got that slight little shimmer and sparkle to it as well, which makes it lovely. And that lovely peak as well to keep that winter sunshine out of your eyes as you're actually wearing it. So I'll just pop her back on. And I'm going to actually bring my head in now, because as I'm showing you some of the collections, it's nice for you to actually see them on a head. Because I think a lot of us actually get a little bit scared and a little bit put off when we're thinking of turbans and thinking of different headwear. We see it in the catalogue where it looks all beautiful, and then you get it and you think, what do I do with the long scarf on it? Or if you just get a very plain turban, it can just look too plain, and you want to be able to dress that up a little bit. So tonight I want to be able to show you how to actually dress some of your turbans up by using probably some accessories you've got at home, some of your own scarves that you've probably got, so you can accessorize your turban to actually go with any of your own personal outfits as well. And obviously showing you how to actually work with the actual Christine Headwear ones as well. So I'm just going to bring in my head. Before I start to actually put a turban on, when we actually wear turbans, or a lot of people put them on for the first time, they actually find that they're quite baggy in this back area. So if I put this turban on to begin with, and you'll be able to see what I mean, that you get this little bit of bagging through here. And that sometimes puts off a lot of people for wearing a turban to begin with. They don't like that extra bagginess that they actually get because they've got no hair underneath it. So Christine Headwear came up with the perfect solution for this, and they actually brought out the soft lift cap. It took them quite a number of years to actually work on this, to actually find the right cap, to find the right contour, and to see how it worked perfectly for them. It's got a soft padding on the inside, but you can take that padding out. If I turn it inside out, you can see we've got a little opening where you can actually take the padding out. It's like a very, very soft net, as you can see here. And you can take that out to wash it and to actually wash the cap as well. Also around the circumference, we've actually got some anti-slip PU. It's about 1 centimetre in depth, but that's going to actually help to keep the soft lift cap in place for you so it won't slip at all, which is definitely what we want and how comfortable we actually want that cap to be. So for me, I think it's quite an important thing to maybe put the cap on the underneath. And the great thing about these caps as well is it's made up of a really special technology. And a lot of the actual Christine Headwear through the summer collections were made with this technology, and a lot of their turbans are as well. They do a nighttime cap, which is the Chandra nighttime cap. Again, this is actually made very, very soft materials. It's got aloe vera in it as well. So that's going to actually moisturize your scalp for you as you're actually sleeping. So that's very, very comfortable. But it's also got another really special technology in it, which is called 37.5 degrees. And that's also in the soft lift cap as well. And this technology helps to actually keep your temperature at the core body temperature is 37.5 degrees. So if you start to drop your temperature, it's going to regulate it to keep you warm. If you start to overheat and get too hot, it's going to actually cool you down as well. And that's because of the technology in there. It's actually made into the actual material. It stays there for its lifetime. It never comes back. And it means that anything with the 37.5 degree technology in it will dry 5 times faster than any other materials. And what it actually does, it actually removes moisture. So when we begin to perspire and get a little bit hot, it will actually take that moisture away. Instead of leaving you feeling clammy, which it does sometimes if you perspire a lot and then you cool down, you start to feel quite cold and clammy. This will actually keep your temperature completely right for you. So autumn weather as we are now, it has got really quite chilly. I mean, this evening I noticed a big drop in the temperature in the office in here. So wearing something like this will definitely keep you feeling quite warm, but keep your temperature regulated as well, which is what you need to do. Before I move on to the actual turbans, another great wig cap that they do as well is called the BB Belinda wig cap. And some of you, if you've watched me before, you've probably seen me talk about the BB Belinda wig cap before. Again, it's got that great technology in it. And I know when ladies are wearing wigs, they can actually feel quite hot sometimes. Again, this will actually help to regulate your temperature. So they're more expensive than a normal regular wig cap, but I do think you actually get a lot from it because it will actually help with all your temperature problems that you might be having from wearing a wig. So it's well worth that little bit more of an investment, really. So moving on to our turbans this evening, we've got the soft lift cap onto the head, and as you can see, it just gives that really nice contour and that nice shape to the head that we actually want. So when we put, for instance, this is the yoga turban, and the color of this is called Artistic Autumn, and you can really see all those autumn kind of flowers in there and all those beautiful autumn colors as well. It's actually lined with a complementary color to the outside, so you can always turn the actual wig cap over so you can actually have the plain color against your face. So if we just pop this one on now, you'll be able to see how well it looks when you've got the soft lift cap underneath. So just taking it on, and I'm just going to actually lift it back so we can see some of the actual plain mauve color against the skin, because not everybody wants to actually have a pattern right against their skin. It's quite hard to actually wear. So you can lift it back so you can actually see the plain pattern. And what you can actually see now, because we've actually got that the soft lift cap underneath, the actual shape in the contour that it actually gives you, which is much nicer. It gives you a much nicer shape as well. If you wanted, you could also just lift it back on one side so you've got the purple, but you've got the actual flower coming down on the other side. And by doing that, sometimes it just takes your eye away from the face because it's actually given a point and leading up to the actual turban that you're actually wearing. So that one is the yoga cap. It's really easy to wear because it's not fussy at all. You don't have all the longer ribbons to tie all the way around it. And another one from And the boho collection is one of my favorite collections. And this one is called Floral Woods. So you've got that really deep conker brown color for the main color. And you've also got this band that wraps around it. And it's got lots of different texture and lots of different movement it's going to create. And if I just unclip that, you can actually see it's just on little poppers. So you can wear it with or without this band. Or you could take the band off and just wear that around your neck as a necklace if you wanted to. It's all quite versatile. So again, if you just pop this boho cap on, again, just fold it back so you're getting a different look with the actual contrasting materials. And then with the actual ribbons, you can just pop it over the top and just play with them till you actually get it in exactly the right places where you want to, or where you can see which fabrics you actually want to be able to see over there. And I mean, for me personally, I think it really dresses up a turban. It means you're able to actually maybe go from work to go and straight out on an evening and actually feel quite dressed when you're actually wearing one of the actual boho turbans like this, which works really, really well. So we just take that one off. And the next one I wanted to show you is the mantra scarf. And the mantra scarf comes with the actual long ribbons attached. And I know we quite often get phone calls into the office, people saying, what do I do with the long ribbons? How do I actually work with it? So again, let's just show you the easy way to do it. Pop your turban on. It fits quite nicely in that nape area. You've got a nice lot of elastic in there as well. Again, I would just lift that front back. So we're just giving it a nice edge, going all the way around. And then I'm going to just, at the back, I'm passing the two long ribbons, one underneath the other. And you can then take these and just, again, pass them over the actual front and underneath it at the back, and just tie it off. So that can be one very simple way of actually doing it, and you can just tie it off in a knot in the nape area, just like so. Or if you wanted to leave one of the ribbons coming slightly more down because you wanted to actually have a bit more shape, you could just, again, take that ribbon around on one side and just tie it off again on the other side. Again, this material is really soft. It's got a lot of aloe vera in it, so it's going to be comfortable to wear. And then you can just have a little scarf that you can just drape across your chest, across your blouse when you're actually wearing it. So you can create a lot of different looks with this kind of turban when you've actually got the long ribbons already attached. It's very easy. I think it's just getting one of these, practicing with it when you've actually got it. Sit down at your dressing table and just actually practicing with it. Before I move on to show you how you can actually accessorize the turban by using your own scarves at home, what I'm going to do now, we're just going to go to our new segment, which is Challenge Bradley, and we're going to play you a short video. So please stay with us and watch the actual video, and I'll see you straight after the video. Thank you, Mitch. Hi everybody, I've got Bradley with me today, He's not sure why he's with me, but we've got a quick 5-minute challenge for Bradley, and it's all about Christine Headwear and how easy it is to actually put them on Bradley.
Okay.
Start off by putting one of these on.
So is this my challenge right here?
We are beginning the
The
challenge.
challenge has begun.
We're just trying to create that illusion of a really nice shape coming around the head.
Do it mean to strangle you? Adam?
It's very lucky these aren't real people we're actually working on with the left. So, number 1 done. Number 2.
Okay.
Take your turban.
Right, we're getting into it now, aren't we?
And we've got 2 pieces. So
What
the
did you just
turban.
do?
Then when you put the turban on, you'll lift that up over to the top. So, yeah. So pop the turban over your soft lift cap, bringing it forward, and with the turban, we're not using this part yet, Bradley, don't run away. You can lift it back, just pull the material back. Always check to make sure you can see any of the soft lift cap.
Is that a hint, Jane? Oh, it was. No.
Then we've actually got our soft silky band.
Yeah.
So what we want to do now is just stretch that over.
Do I twist it before
You
I do
can twist
or?
it if you want to, or just stretch it over the
I'm
top.
just going to stretch it.
I tend to just crinkle them up.
Okay.
So, whereas I actually ruffled it up, we've created a little bit of layer onto the top area just here. Brilliant.
Is it though?
Then, and this is going to be more of a slightly tricky one, and what I'm wanting to do now is to attach this, and it's got the little poppers on here.
Oh, I found them.
Yeah, and here they are, well done. And I'm just going to clip the poppers together, so I then have that second piece, and this is what Bradley will be doing in a minute. So we're back to exactly where we were before, except we've got the long ribbon. With the long ribbon you could just twist it and take it around. It just gives it a little bit more texture, and then you can just twist the end in and nobody will see it. So that's a really quick, easy way you can do it, but I'm just going to show you another way because we want to give it a little bit of style through the actual side, give you a little bit of lift. So we're going to do a bit of crochet with the ribbon.
Right.
So this is your real challenge, Bradley.
Study now.
So take my hand, twist it, take it through and through.
You lost me already.
And through. Do it again.
Yes.
I'm doing this very slowly now. So you're almost doing change stitch. If you actually do crochet, you know what that means.
The chain stitch.
Change stitch.
Change stitch.
Chain stitch.
Chain?
Chain stitch. See, it looks like a chain.
It does look like a chain.
Take your ribbon and take it around,
Wow.
tuck it in, and again you've just given yourself another completely different look.
Very cool.
You're wearing your turban. So, easily done. It's getting very quick at this now, everybody.
It's a bit cocky here.
Yeah, he's very good.
Very good at this. It's,
You're going to have to actually let us know what your next challenge you want for us to actually be.
be kind.
This was quite a good challenge, I think, to start with, but any more challenges you'd like to see Bradley do, it would be great.
So,
Not around your wrist, around your hand. Just take, so you just the loop
okay, loop.
through, and then you make it through. Once you've got that first loop, it's just like this. Make another loop.
I think let's try it all.
Oh, go on then.
So round the hand,
Yeah,
through,
yeah. So it's almost like you're tying a knot, but you're not tying it completely.
and then does that go through?
Doesn't come through completely, no. Do your loop.
Oh my goodness, Jane.
Yeah.
I've lost it already. Go it through?
Well, if you pull it through, then you're tying it off. If you want to make another little loop, then don't tie it off all the way.
Oh no, look at that.
But if you tie it off completely, Bradley, that's it. And then take it around.
Actually, that was intentional.
You just would then tuck that inside. And again, I mean, yeah, talking about festivals, if you wanted to for Christmas, you could really dress it up.
Nailed
Put
it.
some little flowers in there, a little bit of holly maybe. Holly might be a bit prickly.
Ouch. not too shabby, here, Jane.
That's good.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Really good. Thank you for your time, Bradley.
You're very welcome.
I'm looking forward to the next one. Everybody, let us know your challenges. But I think that's rather lovely.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Hopefully you all enjoyed the Challenge Bradley segment. We did have quite a giggle making that, as you can actually see. And please send in more of your actual challenges for Bradley. He's going to love to do some more, I'm sure. It's something we can both do together and teach him new skills in different things. But Bradley can do it, so all of you would be able to do it as well by putting these turbans on and accessorising them yourself. Excuse me 1 second. So we'll just bring my head back in for our last part. And here we've actually got a really simple, this is called the BB Becker turban. And I particularly like this one because it's so plain and so simple. But you've got that nice detail going across the front. So if you wanted to wear it on its own, you've got that nice detail. Again, it's actually made with a lot of the different fibres in it, and this has got a lot of milk fibres through this one as well as the actual bamboo. So again, it's keeping you very comfortable, and it's going to actually help look after your scalp as well. And that detail goes all the way around the actual circumference of this particular cap. So we'll just pop this one on, and you can see really how easy this one is to actually wear if you wanted to wear it on its own. Again, because we've still got the soft lift cap underneath, it just gives it a really nice shape and a really nice contour. But you've got all that lovely detailing as well, which I think is really nice. And it might be that you're wearing that one out, going to the shops, going to the gym, or going to work, and you might want to dress it up for the evening, dress it up for a party. And all of us at home have probably got quite a few different silk scarves that we've got in our cupboards at home, ones that we actually wear. So you can take one of your own silk scarves and actually do some work around the top. Again, I'm going to show you how we were doing the crocheting with Bradley. So we've just got quite a long scarf, and it's quite fine. It's a silky material, so it's really fine. And if we just begin just to actually loop it through, so I'm just going to loop that around. It gives it a nice texture, as you can actually see. You can see all the colours in the actual scarf as well. So I've just taken it around like that, so it's almost plaited. And then you can just pop it over the actual turban where you want it to actually sit, and just tie it off on the underneath. And as you can see, it just gives that turban that really nice, elegant look. So you can actually take it from daytime to evening quite easily.
And whatever outfit you're wearing, you can really accessorize it with whichever scarf you want to wear. And as you can see, we've just simply tied it off on that underneath, just to give you that completely different look. Hopefully you can all actually start practicing with your different turbans at home, accessorizing them with your own scarves as well. Take pictures and send them in to us. It's always lovely to actually see the pictures from everybody of the different things you're doing with your wigs, but also with your turbans as well. So you can really start dressing them up in doing a lot of funky different things for them. We've got Halloween coming up, so you could really make quite a feature of doing things for Halloween. Next Wednesday, Bradley will be back with me, and we're talking about London Fashion Week. So we're looking at all the wigs in all the styles and all the colours from London Fashion Week and taking it from the catwalk into our own actual collections. So that looks to be a really great week next week when we'll actually be back with you. We've also got a fashion show coming up in December. So if anybody lives locally in Brighton or Hove or in Sussex, or if they want a weekend down here in Brighton in Hove, we've got a fashion show coming up on the 4th of December. And we're actually doing it for a lot of different charities. We've got Macmillan, the Little Princess Trust, Look Good, Feeling Better, and Hair Reborn, and also, of course, Alopecia UK. And everybody would be welcome to come to our charity fashion show. If you want to know more about it, just speak to any of our people in our office, in the customer service team, and they'll actually be able to help you or tell you how much the tickets for the event will be for, and that all actually goes to charity. And if we've got any trade customers watching this evening, because I know quite a few of our trade customers do watch, on the 28th of November, which is a Sunday, we're having a virtual trade show. So it's going to be virtual. We're going to be running live all day with lots of different demonstrations going on. But also, again, if you're in the area, you can come in to see us, because we're going to actually be open to our trade customers as well. So you can come in, you can see all the live demos as well, whilst we're actually going live on air. So hopefully we'll be able to see some of you at both of these different events. I'll be back on Monday evening to our trade accounts. And Bradley and myself will be back on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock, talking all about London Fashion Week. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you for your time this evening. Have a great rest of the evening, and we'll see you all again very soon. And don't forget, send in some challenges for us. Thank you everybody. Bye. Bye.